welcome back, welcome back. All right, so yes, it's been a while, but thank you so much for coming back and watching this. I have kind of went through it with this house. This took so long to do, and I actually recorded this in multiple parts. So you're going to see a lot of changing in this video, but again, I'm still learning. I'm still figuring some things out when it comes to editing and recording. And speaking of editing, I completely edited this video and then I deleted my edit, like all of my hard work, and so I was kind of sad about that, and that took me a long time to do, and so I had to re-edit this video, and in that process one of the files got corrupted, so you're gonna see like there's a whole section that's not in here, but it's in the final tour of the house, so I'm sorry for that. I cannot recover that, but I will try to figure out what went wrong so I can avoid that in the future. But so this is the like abandoned house with a garage or something, I don't know. I enjoyed doing this house. I actually did a lot to it, and I changed pretty much the entire structure. But in doing this, I figured out a lot of things about this game, things that I like, things that I didn't like so much. But again, I'm still learning, and I had a really fun time with this, just changing the entire floor plan, decorating what I like, and just kind of like I'm looking forward to your feedback. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys think about my changes to this floor plan, and if you had done the same, or if it was a good idea or a bad idea. So make sure you comment below and let me know your thoughts. I will be doing more builds, and I'm starting a business. There's a lot going on, so I will get these out as quickly as I can. I can only record pretty much my daughter sleeping because she's kind of loud. But yeah, so this is the cleaning process, and I have figured out how to add chapters to this, so you can skip through this build if you see fit. If you don't like the cleaning process, I've made a few chapters: cleaning, restructuring, decor, and then just kind of the final walkthrough. I did a little bit of garden upon promising from the past, or from last time. Yeah, I'll talk about that a little bit later, but don't expect like a full-on garden flipper situation. So yeah. So as you guys can see, I did speed build through this entire thing because I'm trying to figure out how long these videos should be. I ideally would love them to be under 30 minutes, but speeding up the tracks to that short when my recording time is over about, I think it was like 4 hours of footage that I had to go through and edit, it made me nauseous, it made me sick, and I was like, no one's gonna want to sit through that. So it is a little longer, it's about an hour, but I will try my best to make it fun, and like again, you can skip through and see. So, but and I don't think people like part 1s and 2s, so I figured just one part, see what you want to see what you don't want to see, and then come back and watch the next one. And people who want to sit through the whole thing, because I watch speed all the time, or I just watch people just play in real time too, and I'll be sitting there for an hour or two, mostly in the car on my commute, and just watching or mostly listening to the videos, and getting information and just learning from other YouTubers, which I find very helpful. So I'll talk about this a little bit. I have taken down all of the walls. I don't know if you remember the initial, but this was a like, I think 2-bed, 1-bath with a kitchen and this little like bathroom hallway thing in the front. So I did make this an open concept, and you'll see when the walls go up that I kind of reversed the house. So I put the bedrooms on the right hand side of the house, and then the kitchen, living room, dining room on the left hand side, and I added in a little special room that I'll talk about a little bit later. But another thing that you're gonna see change, there's a lot of things that are gonna change suddenly, because again, I had so many hours of footage and it just took me a long time to go through all the editing. So I was just like, I can talk through some of the things, like the doors, the arch and the windows. They are going to be one color at one point, and then they're going to be a completely different color at another point. And that's just because I really love this like red cedar color. Like, it was so pretty. It is a pretty color, and I try to go for a more like traditional feel with this house, but unfortunately I couldn't really find the right colors on the outside that matched what I wanted on the inside. So I'm gonna go back through and I'm gonna do some research, and I'm going to figure out how to do that on another house, and I will, I will definitely record that and you guys can see what I come up with. But I eventually change them and I go for a completely different vibe than what I was originally going for, but I like it. So yeah, here I was trying to figure out if I should get rid of these walls or not and move this over and just kind of make it more streamlined, because the garage honestly didn't need that much space. And I did ultimately take down all of those, make it just one streamless wall, and I was trying to figure out where to put the back door, and then you'll see that I'm going to add another door, and that'll be our special room, which turned out really, really nice. I've been playing on like my main account, just like my non-recording account for this game, and I realized that a lot of those houses have like saunas, and I don't put saunas in my house because I don't know, that's just not a thing where I'm from to have a sauna. But yeah, so I just do a bathroom, and yeah. So this was important because I could not figure out, I think I said this in my last video, but I finally figured out how to put up the shower tub situation. So this is me finally figuring it out, and I was really proud of this. I just couldn't get the glass on the right side, so you have to like walk up a certain way and be like inside the tub. So I go through this a few times. I had to get like behind the tub to figure this out, but I ultimately did get it in there and it worked well. But this took me so long to get right, so excuse that. I had to take out a wall, and just kind of get it all, like I had to stand behind it. But anyways, once I got it in, I loved it. One of my favorite features of this bathroom in the end turns out so nice, to be honest. All right, so here we go. Let's do a little tour of the house, and I'm just trying to figure out what to do, um, where to put the next room, which will be a laundry room. Basically, that was the surprise room. So I decided to make that front hallway room into a kitchen space, and at this point I still wasn't completely sure, but that's what I did. And I did delete the car and gave them a new car. I downloaded this like Tesla style car, but it just didn't look right, so I went with this one, and I think this one looks really nice. And so I'm checking out the front because, like I said, I tried a few different ways to make the house look better on the outside, and I ultimately came up with this. I like this, and I liked it with the red cedar. That's the thing, like, it looks really good all the way through. But when I kind of I slept on it, I took some time and I thought about it, and I wasn't a super fan, but I really like the outside walls, if that makes sense, like these that I put out here. These are really nice, and I like the stone factor. I thought about stone siding and just continuing, just changing this one part, but this is when I decided to change the windows. And I do change all the windows, and I honestly don't remember if it's all in here, but I make them black, and the black, you'll see, just really pulls it all together. Like, I fell in love with the black. It looked really good on this house. And so that's kind of where we stand. And I was trying not to do that just because I was like, everything's always so black and white, especially with just like general flipping. So I wanted to do something different, but ultimately this just looked the best with this house and with what the final product was. So honestly, if you have something or something that could have been better here, please let me know, because I am all ears. I really enjoyed how it turned out, like the final product, like I said before, but I was trying to be different, and then I ended up just kind of like reverting back to what looks good, like there wasn't any I guess I didn't really push myself outside the box when it comes to the outside. The inside, I think I did actually. Like, I did some things that I wouldn't normally do, and I really, really, really like the way it came out. I did tailor this to kind of like my taste, but I tried to make it very neutral. Like, anybody could live here, and anybody would enjoy living here, I guess, if that makes sense. And so I did go with this stone because I did edit that out. I had tried to do brick, and then I tried to do the stone over just the garage, but it looks weird to kind of be split. So I go through the house here, and I'm changing all of the doors. I changed everything back to black, and Flippa and my cat just kept getting in the way. I took them away from, I think at some point they're not in here anymore, or maybe that was the one that I accidentally corrupted. Maybe that's why it got corrupted, because they weren't in the house at that time. Because they were just they were just in the way the whole time, and then you have to take care of them, which is fine. But I remember doing this build, and I was kind of getting just tired, I was just kind of okay, I just want to get through this house. I had a lot of fun doing this house, but I was okay with just okay, let's moving on to the next thing. And I do want to do a bigger house next, so I did a bunch of jobs in the background to make more money so that I could go back and do we buy kind of a nicer home. And I kind of want to move our office. I love our office. It's one of my favorite spaces, but we're getting dogs and cats, and we're just running out of space. So our next place will be probably our place, if that makes sense. We're just gonna move our office over, and I want to do things a little bit more, I guess, in detail, put stuff in the cabinets. I don't know, just really go all out for this, because it'll be ours. We're not gonna make any money off of it at this point. We would probably upgrade it at some point. So I've been going through all the DLCs, and I've been doing the extra the jobs, and then getting more houses from the maps, from the luxury builder and the animal builder or DLC. So, and then as farm comes out, I'll do those. But I like the lofts in the city, but I also like the nice country homes. So I don't know what we're gonna do yet. We will pick it We cannot pick it together because I don't do this live, but if you have any ideas, send me the house that you think we should buy. I have a little over 200,000 in our bank, so take that in mind. I will try to make some more in the meantime, maybe take it up to 300,000, but yeah, just something to kind of keep in mind. So okay, so we're about to get into kind of like what this house will look like finally. So these are the final floors, these are the final doors and the final walls. I mean, sorry, not the final walls, but the final windows. And I love the black. I think it turned out really nice, and it gives a very nice and clean aesthetic in the end. And while I said I didn't branch out too much, I did like it, and I kind of did like a little tour around the house. And I was honestly, I didn't want to do all the siding. I didn't think about like replacing the whole siding around the house, but I was like, you know what, the siding is in fine condition. There's nothing wrong with it. The front looks different, so the curb appeal will be better, but the back of the house, the siding was perfectly okay. I think that's what they do now. You know, like they don't really redo the entire house. So here I just wanted to work on like this little foyer area. So I get this really cute wallpaper that I really like this wallpaper actually. Like it looks really, really nice. And I was just trying to figure out what to do with this. And so I was like, maybe like a little seating area or a place to put your mail. I think I ended up doing kind of both here. So I put a nice mirror here, and I get somewhere to like take off your shoes. I'm traditionally not like a foyer person. Like I don't really use this little space. I would probably have just like walked into the house and there's just been a complete open floor plan. But I like this. I liked what I did here. I like that when you walk in, it's kind of like an entryway to the house, and there's a little bit of an option. You can go straight into the main living room or like living area. You can go into the kitchen. You could go into the second bedroom or the bathroom, or if you turn immediately to your right, you can see the master bedroom. So generally, would I want a master bedroom right at the door? No, but I think it was fine, you know, because the master bedroom also got that really pretty window in the front of the house, and I just thought it was a good space for it. It was either there or just have the front. So I guess in theory I could have kept the floor plan somewhat of what it was, but then the back door would have been coming out of like a bedroom, because I did think about putting the bedrooms in the back of the house with the bathroom and then having the front be a kitchen and a living space. But the issue with that is then we'd have a side yard, which is fine, but this house had such a large backyard like behind the house. It has a large side yard too, but I didn't really utilize that too much. But it had a large backyard, and so I really liked that the backyard was so spacious. So I wanted that door to go out there, and I wanted when you look out the kitchen to flow to the living room, to look out into the backyard space, and you can watch the kids or your guests play in the back area or lounge back there. So I tried my best to make that kind of like family oriented, because I think the theme for this house was like a parent or two parents, and then there'll be two children in this house as well. So yeah, so now we're staging the kitchen. I'm getting it all together. I chose I think it's called herringbone, and I use this one not that much. I've been on the Subway child kick for a while, and I like this one. Like it turned out really nice, and I did keep a nice white aesthetic in that part of the kitchen. And I do have some bad news. I did not get a kitchen remodel. That was a part of the corrupted file. So this is the last you'll see of the kitchen. I do get the kitchen decor, and same with that back room. You see that you're kind of missing some stuff, and because I did get the painting of the second room on here, but I took it off because I ended up changing the color, and that changing of color was in the corrupted file, so there was no point in showing you what didn't end up on there. So just to kind of maximize the time that we have, but also minimize this video being 2 hours long. So I did go with a laundry room there, and I did not finish that wall because I had to go and get the dryer. I only had the washer from the I don't know, the workshop, and I needed to get the dryer. So I didn't finish that wall because I didn't want to have a tiny space to do that. So I do finish it later. You will see that the wall does get finished. It's just not finished here. I wanted to go for, I like this red color. I never use this color. It's kind of like a burgundy red. I wanted this room to have a darker tone just to kind of fit anyone's style, I guess. And maybe not anyone's style, to fit, I don't know. It seemed to be a good idea to me, to be honest. Oh, I had to replaster the wall, even though it wasn't even white there, but whatever. So I finished plastering, and I don't know, this room just really turned out really nice, and I just love that front window, and I think the black just sets it into the right direction in which I was looking for. So, all right, here's the big edit. All of the middle is gone. I am sorry. So I did get me trying to garden in here, and good luck watching this. It didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. Like, it looks okay, but it's not the best. So I will work on this, but I did promise that I would put in more effort into the garden, and I did. I really did put in some effort here. I got some bushes. I'm gonna get some flowers and some flower pots, but gardening, guys, is just not my thing. So maybe I will watch other YouTubers and see how their gardens come out, because yeah, my grandma has a green thumb and her garden is beautiful. Like, her real life garden is it's always nice. But no, if I had a house with a garden, I don't think it would be that great. But maybe I put more effort in if it was my own house. So maybe that's what we'll do in our next build. That'll be our home, where our new office is, our office / sleeping space, because right now we're kind of like sleeping on the couch in our office technically. I will try to put in even more effort, but I really do think I put in effort here. I did mow the lawn, and I had that in here at first, but I was like, nobody really wants to see that, so I took that out. So if you want to see mowing the lawn, like I said in the last video, which nobody asked for, I will put that in here or in the next video or another video. But if not, I'm just probably not gonna ever record me mowing the lawn. I hate mowing the lawn, honestly. I wish there was like a button that you can just delete the lawn and then it's just mowed and it's just fine, because I was really excited about it when it first came out. Like, when that option came out, I was so excited about mowing the lawn. Like, I was like, yay, we get a lawnmower. And then we got the lawnmower, and it is just, I don't know, it's just a tedious process. And just going around in circles and circles and circles. So, or back and forth and back and forth. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I get some some lawn mowing enthusiasm. But so this is my first time using flower pots, and I really, really like using flower pots. I think these actually turned out pretty nice. I had some trouble here getting it in there, but once it got in, I love the overflowing. I don't know if these flowers are called. I couldn't see, and I can't read that, to be honest. It was going a little too fast. But I like these. They're pretty colors. They looked nice next to the tulips. I do know what those are called. And I got some hydrangeas in there, and it looks really nice. And that little, what's that, a bicycle? I thought that was just cute there, and it's really misplaced. But I liked it. I kept it there. I did not move that bicycle. That's where it stood. It was just kind of like, it gave it a little bit of life. Like, yeah, somebody would totally get off a bike here and just leave it in front of the car, in front of the house, and it looks really nice. So, yeah. So that was that. Anyways, so now we're gonna go back inside the house, but this is what the garden officially looks like, and I didn't change it after that, and it looks good. And so yes, I'm sorry, you see there's a lot of things that happened while we were gone, so you will see. I will give a tour of all of that, but you do miss me putting the living room together, and again, I apologize. But it does look really nice, and you also miss me putting the second room together, but again, I said I'll give a little tour. I did put a closet in there just because the wardrobe just didn't, I don't know, it looked better with the closet, but in here the wardrobe looks better. I think just because the bed space is just a little bit bigger, and I wanted to have like space for both sides to be there. So I did try to find some nice decorations for this room, and I think it turned out well. So the bathroom was one of my favorite bathrooms to do. I am not a gold accent person, but honestly, I love the gold accents in this room. Like, it turned out so nicely, and I would totally live in this space. Like, yes, just the bathroom, not the rest of the house, but no, the house is really nice. But I didn't expect to do the gold, but it just kind of all came together, and it came together so nice and just so I don't know, it's kind of give me a peaceful vibe. The floors I wasn't on board with when I put the floors down. I did that in the other video that's not on here, and I actually went through a few floors and then I left, and then I came back and I was like, whoa, I like these floors. Like, I kind of put them down. It's just kind of like I was just over it, so I just put them down and I was like, I'm done. And when I came back into the bathroom to kind of do this part to finish it out, I was like, oh wow, these floors actually aren't that bad. And I didn't really want like herring, because there's floors to match these walls, but I didn't want that. I didn't want it to be the same tile, the same floors all the way around the room. I wanted it to be a little different. I wanted it to have a little bit of character, and so that's what it does. Like, I think the floors being different gives it the character that it needs. And it really turned out well. And I had plans to do so much more with this bathroom, but honestly, I think less is best. I think sometimes I tend to put a lot of stuff in a space because I'm used to just like, you know, like a lot of people like clutter in their games, and they like the clutter to just give it like that extra lived in feel. But sometimes less is best. And so I think I put like a towel rack in, and I was gonna like do the walls and put all, like, I wanted to put a rack in the shower, which I was like, why? There's a whole window sill here, and realistically in real life you can just buy a little thing to put there like in your shower and just hold your stuff. So it just wasn't necessary. I normally don't use the tile radiators, but I really like that thing. Like, it looks really good in this bathroom specifically. And then when I was doing all of the other just jobs, they had the new wall one, and it looked okay. So taking a quick tour of this room, like I said, I put a closet in here, and I guess the theory was that there were 2 young girls that lived in this room, and I had help from a nice kid, that 6-year-old that actually helped me design this room. She loves unicorns, and she put the unicorns on the walls and the dollhouse, and she picked the colors of them. Like, this room turned out very nice. I had a little bit of influence, but I feel like any 6, 7, 8, 5-year-old girl would love to live in there. So you'll get a full tour of that room a little bit later, and then also of the living room. So I got this, I don't know what to call it, wooden bench, credenza, I don't know. I got that from the workshop, and I love this little thing. And the color scheme in this room, I wanted it to be a little bit different. Looking back on it, I probably should have went with a little bit more like vibrant colors, but I'm not upset at it, and it turned out really nice in this room. Like, it looks really good, to be honest, and it looks very refreshing. And so they're all not the exact same color, which I like. There's a little bit of mixture, and the brick wall in the back definitely set the tone. So this room kind of has like a lofty style, you know, like, again, I was trying to go for a very homey vibe when I first started, and it does still have a homey vibe, but it has a homey yet modern, contemporary, luxurious vibe, and that definitely is what I was looking for. Once I put the black in, I was like, okay, I need something that will go well with just this aesthetic. And so I chose tones that would contrast each other a little bit, but also give you like the vibe, like you want to be here, you know, like you want to sit in this space. This space makes you feel comfortable. It makes you want to get on the couch and eat some popcorn and hang out with your friends. You want to bring people home. Your kids don't mind running around, but also, I mean, glass tables for kids, probably not the best idea. But again, maybe these girls are like 11 and 12. Maybe they're a little bit older and they still like unicorns. And so they know how to, you know, run around. There's no babies in here, to my knowledge. So I really wanted to focus on a lot of greenery. In real life, I'm not a greenery person. I don't have plants. Please don't leave me because of that. I don't like plants. I want to get into plants, so it's not that I hate them. I don't hate plants. I get sad when I have plants. Like, it seems like such a big chore to like keep them alive. I kept my dog alive. I keep my child alive. And I keep myself alive. So working on a plant is something that I will cross that bridge when I get there. So for now, fake plants for me. But in my builds, I love the greenery. Like, it just looks so nice. So I probably should use that in my everyday life. But you know, whatever. Here we go. So I wanted to take a little bit of time and work out the backyard, and the backyard is just overwhelming to me, just like the front. So yeah, you see some random stuff here because that was in the one that got corrupted. But I did give a nice space here. I will say, I think I did a pretty amateur job, but not the worst. And I really liked how it turned out. And so I think you see like a pool behind me. So I thought like this backyard was actually really large. Let's put in a pool. And just really utilizing this space. So I don't know, I will figure out backyard stuff later, but this was actually my first time really using any of these like round tiles. I generally have not had the opportunity to use them. I think I tried when the DLC first came out and I failed miserably, and so I just never went back to them. Like finding these took me forever. I could not find them. So I just want to put this out there too. So if you have any like ideas for backyards, I know like, and I kind of miss things when I'm doing stuff, and I've seen a lot more items in like the jobs that I've been doing, because that's the point of the jobs, is to showcase the items that come with the DLCs. And like the hanging chairs are so cool, and they would have been really nice in this backyard. And I didn't even see it. I see it now as I'm watching it back, like the cool yellow one, but they also have like the the wooden ones that are kind of hanging. And I probably in the future I will definitely utilize those. I feel like I could probably do a lot more to the backyard, and so I will focus on that. I did do what I said I would do in the front, and so my next big job for our house will be back, front, inside, outside, all of it. So just be patient with me on that video, because it's going to be a big feat, because I actually want a big house. Like I want to create a narrative for myself, and maybe it's me now, so maybe it's my family in the house, so it's got to be a like 4-bedroom 3-4 bathroom house. It's got to be a pretty large house because we have a large family. And if that's the case, then yeah, we're gonna need some more money, so I'll take some time and do some more jobs and get that all together. But just kind of putting that out there for you, so you kind of know where I'm at and what I'm looking for. And yeah, this playscape is so cute. I love these things. Like they're so much fun to put together. And there's more stuff. Like I got some stuff from the workshop for kids, but it's not what's the word I'm looking for? It's not proportional, if that makes sense. Like it looks kind of, I don't know, it doesn't look great for the yard. So I will keep browsing the workshop. I actually haven't been in the workshop in a few weeks, so I'll go back to the workshop and see if I can find some stuff to fit into spaces. But honestly, this house turned out really nice. So here is our final walkthrough. Enjoy. And there we have it. So let me know what you think you've seen it start to finish and all of its glory and all of its not glory and all of my hardships. And yeah, just let me know your thoughts, and I will see you guys on the next one.